Ladies and gentlemen, this is Colin Dawson with a Political Minute. Now, while I'd love to go on about something in the headlines or anything else, I'm going to try and do some pressing issues here. I'm going to try and be rational, calm, and keep this one very short. Now, just in saying, on the overall situation that has to happen with solar panels and everything. Back in the 90s, I was on several phone calls and in a talented and gifted education class. This was brought up several times. It was brought up for me even in elementary school with my cousins. You can recycle the silver that's used in it in the chemical process rather than letting it be inert and wash out to sea or somewhere else in the river system. Under certain situations, they say it could come apart and become toxic. With this being a closed system, this would decrease the demand of silver, since silver is just a binder agent that can be recycled and used over and over. So the fact that silver is at the level that it is could go down, and it's probably at its highs right now unless there's a worldwide demand for silver. Taking the silver and gold situation, gold, I'm not sure if it's going to have anything else going forward on it, simply because it is so heat non-tolerant, where uranium that's depleted can take its place in NASA space shuttles, in circuitry, and everything else. I do believe we're at the peak of these two metals. Palladium will be coming down, and Bitcoin will be something that the Chinese government will probably utilize in almost every way out there for it, since it does come from China, and it will be strategically dropped and raised. Now, in saying this and moving forward, there is probably one other major issue that we do need to look at, which is the fact of international espionage not being labeled only to that which is communist and others. There are numerous areas of international espionage in our domestic front in the Americas that we need to look at our true traditional allies, that are allies from the southern tip of South America all the way to the northern tip of Canada, and trying to open up better relations in and amongst our friends here in this area. Thirdly, I'd like to say about how we need to look about moving forward with plans on space. While yes, there are missions that have been set up in the future that will be done later, just like after Kennedy's assassination, there has to be something that can be brought to the forefront in the fact that we can increase our ability with aeronautics, move forward in a situation to where we can actually bring something more closer and fuller, similar to Star Trek or Star Wars or even Firefly, something that is normal, decent, and needable in this time and age, and that we can actually make our people in this country want to do. And I know they say you can't say make with want or anything else, but at least show something as good and wonderful of a real carrot, a substantive carrot that they can actually get and go after and have. Not this other stuff, not the stupid stuff that doesn't exist, except in people's minds that they think is, oh, that's really cool and interesting, but, it's old and geeky. Something that is there, and education is one of those main things that can unify this nation again. Our old language may be completely gone, and I've not tried reinterpreting, saying anything or anything else. I've only tried saying what it was back in the day. And while the one video that I did have on here hasn't had anybody watch it yet, I plan on making a big expose here. Might be 40 minutes to an hour long in the next coming days. Make sure I have everything together on it and perfectly right. With everything being said, I hope you have the best of times out there and are constantly moving forward and progressing yourself while still retaining that which is yourself and everything, and conservatively hold to your own identity and are never swept away. Like and subscribe. Colin Dawson and the Political Minute.